Hello, landlords. If you're watching this, it's because of two reasons. Number one, your property has been sitting vacant on the market and you're losing money. You need a tenant ASAP, and we can help with that. Number two, the person that sent you this video is a representative of our network and identified your property as a potential accommodation for our corporate housing clients. Now, why does that matter to you? Because in this short video, I'm going to show you how the landlords who partner with us consistently earn 2 times and sometimes even 3 times the monthly rent they were initially requesting before we found them, using a new way of renting out their property. Now, before we discuss that, let's address the elephant in the room. Who the heck are we, and what is this new way of renting your property? My name is Sean Gavami, and I'm the founder of Corporate Casa, a conglomerate of companies like the ones you see on the screen that offer short and midterm housing accommodations for insurance companies, corporate relocation companies, movie studios, business professionals, travel nurses, and traveling academics who are willing to pay a premium for the assurance of a quality accommodation and rental experience. Now, this is the new way of renting your property, and it's called corporate housing. The old way is what you're probably already familiar with, renting out to people, meaning individual tenants, on platforms such as Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, Zillow, Apartments.com, HotPads, Furnish Finder, and many other platforms just like those. It's a game of cat and mouse where you're often dealing with late payments, property damage, and a lot of uncertainties. So what's the new way that I'm talking about? The new way, you don't rent to people, you rent to companies. And that's where we come in. We connect you with established companies through our corporate housing network, streamlining the rental process and significantly boosting your earnings while we handle all the heavy lifting. We're in over 140 markets all across the US and Canada, and to date, we've paid out upwards of $10 million in rents to over 1,100 landlords that have partnered with us. And now we're in the midst of launching in your market, bringing the tried and true processes and systems that have allowed us to scale all across North America. So let me show you some case studies of other landlords with properties just like yours and how partnering with us has skyrocketed their earnings. Now let me jump over to my computer and I'll show you the case studies. Here's a property that was sitting on Craigslist asking for $4,500 in rent, and it was listed for 23 days. That means that the landlord was losing money and needed our help. After partnering with us and we managed the property generated $135,000 in revenue, which is 2.5 times the long-term rental rate. Now here's a property that was sitting on Facebook Marketplace asking for $4,000 in rent, and it was listed for 38 days. So best case scenario, this property would have made only 48 grand a year, and that's if it even got rented out. Now after partnering with us and we managed the property generated $109,000 in revenue, which is 2.3 times the long-term rental rate. Now here's a property that was sitting on Zillow asking for $2,700 in rent, and it was listed for 32 days. So best case scenario, this property would have made only 32 grand a year, and that's if it even got rented out. Now after partnering with us and we managed the property generated $88,000 in revenue, which is 2.75 times the long-term rental rate. So at this point, you're probably saying, all right, this sounds great. And in fact, it almost sounds a little too good to be true. So how does it all work? Let me tell you, this is how it works. So the representative who sent you the video in the first place is overseeing the launch of the market that you're in. Now, all you have to do is reach back out to them and they will set up a walkthrough with you at your property for quality assurance. Now, if your property is up to our standards, our team of underwriters will prepare a property assessment just like the ones I showed you in this video. And if you like what you see, we'll move forward with a simple month-to-month agreement to start. Now, here's the thing. We don't lock up properties with long-term agreements like all the other companies out there. Now, from there, we're going to do the following. Number one, we're going to create a listing for your property so we can market it to our network. And number two, we're going to have our team place a manager, cleaning team, and support staff in place at your property and start marketing your property out across our network. Now, rest assured that your property will be insured for each booking that we take on. So as we showed previously, each booking that we take on has $3 million in damage protection in place for each property. So that means if your property does get damaged, there's $3 million in damage protection insurance in place. In addition to that, we also have $1 million in liability insurance in place. So in case the guests get hurt, you have $1 million to protect you. So this means that you can carry no risk for doing business with us. Now, the process I just described typically takes only a few days to get up and running. So the sooner we start, the sooner you can start making money. And we manage everything, by the way. The marketing, the bookings, 24/7 guest support, the cleanings, and we cut you a check every single month for the gross income generated minus our management fee, which, as I showed you earlier, it generally nets you 2 to 3 times the rent you're asking for, and that's net of our commission without you having to lift a single finger. And don't worry, by the way, you don't pay for the cleanings. The guests that place a booking, they pay a cleaning fee, and that cleaning fee goes to the cleaning companies that we partner with. And by the way, there's no monthly fees or minimums, so you're not at risk of paying out money you didn't make. So we only make money when you make money. So it's a true partnership. We have your best interests at heart, and we're incentivized to have the highest possible occupancy rate for your property. So the question is this: are you still clinging to the old way of doing things, or are you ready to embrace the new, more profitable and hassle-free approach to property rentals using corporate housing? If the new way sounds good to you, all you have to do is respond to the representative who sent you this video. They'll schedule a walkthrough with you and they'll take it from there. And if you have any other questions about the corporate housing process, just reach back out to the representative and they'll be able to support you. And I look forward to seeing you join our network.